Hey YouTube, so I haven't made a video in a little while and I'm cutting this lumber by myself. I'm a little bit older and it takes me some time to roll all the logs and stuff around, even with the backhoe and all, but I just want to show you there's 89, not 89, there's 89 2x4s there that I have drying, and I've been keeping an eye on them to make sure that nothing's getting goofy with them. I have two fans actually running in here now. It wasn't very warm in the greenhouse today because it's a pretty overcast, rainy day here in PA, but I've been keeping an eye on this to make sure that there's no black forming on it or any mold or anything, and it seems to be pretty good. So I checked the moisture the other day on some of the lower boards down there after being in here for, I guess it's not quite a week yet, and they lost about 10%, so they're down like to 29% or so. Some of the boards were 30 and 40%. So anyway, that's 100, almost 100 2x4s that I got from what I cut so far, and I'll show you some of the one by I have over here. I want to get the kiln built as soon as I can, but I can't really build it until the 2x4s lose a little bit of their moisture. I don't want to have too much trouble with that, because moisture in the kiln's not going to help anything, especially if it's coming off the boards that I built it with. So you can see my log pile's down. I decided to cut these scabs up. This is all pine. This should make good starter firewood for somebody. You know, whoever wants to have it can have this. I offered it to one guy. He said he would take it, so if they take it, fine. I also have a big pile that I stacked in my garage that I can use to start fires in this coal or wood stove. So here's two nice pine logs here yet that have to go on the mill, and I have one on there that I haven't cut yet. But if you notice, I put stone around here so that the stone comes right up to the concrete, and this way here it's a lot easier to walk here. Same thing on this side. Now in here I had scabs laying in there, so I just put some dirt in there and I blew the sawdust out from underneath the sawmill. That's not going to hurt anything to bury that. I have two scabs there I got to cut up yet, and I want to clean up that stump and that beech back there. I got to cut this maple down. I hit it with my backhoe the other day because it's a little too close for me to get in here, so I need to level this area up in here more. It doesn't look it from here, but it's got a big drop off there, and so I can bring the backhoe in easy to pick up sawdust with the bucket. But first I want to let it dry out a little now that it's muddy, and then I'll put stone over that. But putting the stone in here, even though you may get stone on the logs which you have to brush off or to goof up the blade, the stone really makes it easy to walk around here. And then I cut some more 1x. Now they recommend that you keep the piles of lumber all, one size. I don't have that much room. Well, I have a lot of room, but I don't have nice room. Like this concrete pad, the water doesn't stay on here from the rain or anything, so that's good. But what I'm getting at is I have some 2x4s, or actually 2x3s on there. I have some narrow 1x and stuff. And if you look at the plastic, you'll see it's sort of like crowned a little bit to run the water off of it, so that no water gets laying on the top of the board. But it's a very humid and hot day today, but you can see the concrete's dry and the boards underneath are nice and dry as well. So hopefully they'll dry out and not give me too much trouble. I don't know if this is true or not for certain, but from what I can see, like just this one by here, just look at this a second. This is about 1.25 inches by, I don't know, 1.5 inches board. It seems like if the boards are not free, like a clear lumber, that lumber, even though it's cut the way it is there, it seems like it can stay straight even in the harshest of sun. Now I did notice that I had sliced off a piece of 1 by here. I think this thing here, this piece of 1 by, and if you look at it, there's no knots on that or anything. This is only 1/2 inch thick, and the thing is that if you look across it, you'll see there's a little bit of a wave in there, a little bow. I noticed that when this side here gets a little rain on it, it actually straightens that back out. So it wouldn't take much to put something like this, in a pile. I can't really use 1/2 inch for anything that I can think of, so I'm just scrapping it. But the width of it by itself, and the good looking wood that it is, if I get some 1x12s out of here like that, I'll be in good shape as far as 1x goes for making some fine furniture. Alright guys, well that's where I'm at so far. Have a good one. Bye.